Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. This is just a reminder, I usually only have time to record these on the weekends, and I'm going to be saying this at the start of every video now, because despite me reminding you, as often as I want to, people still comment, so yeah, welcome to the new intro. Anyway, I've used the time machine to get ourselves set up for Operation Drumbeat, so we will be heading off to the coasts of America. First things first, let's just take a look, see if we can upgrade our boat at all. We are going to need to equip in some more T3s. And let's see, our conning tower is still the same, deck guns same. Yep. Flak guns are still the same. Sensors, no radar. We've got the upgrade, right? We do have the upgrade. Yes, we do. Perfect. Decoy launchers, radar, warning receivers, nothing. We're going to stick with our sound coding because I think that is going to be the best thing to do. So we're good there. How about you, Captain Deadeyes?
Welcome back.
What are my orders?
Welcome, Captain. Our situation has once again taken a turn for the worse. Without any warning to us, our Japanese allies have attacked and destroyed the U.S. Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor. Bound by our alliance, we have also declared war on the Americans. We are now at war with the greatest industrial power in the world. But there is also a positive side to this. The U.S. were hardly neutral for the past year, denying us a fair hunting ground with their security zone and convoy escorts. Now all restrictions for U-boats to act against American ships have been lifted. Estimating the American defenses to be close to zero, Vice Admiral Dönitz drew the plans for a swift and quick operation on their eastern seaboard. Considering the long distances to be traveled, Type 7 U-boats will require milk cow replenishment. Of course, surprise is of the utmost importance. So make sure to stay out of sight and avoid detection until the opening day of the offensive. Only attacks on large targets are approved prior to that date. Once in position, you will stick to your prescribed patrol area and engage targets at will. We believe there is no convoy system or blackout in place yet. Traffic is centered around the harbor of New York, going up to Nova Scotia to our friends in Canada, and down to the Gulf of Mexico and the rich oil fields. Pay particular attention to the oil tankers, for you can catch them here, where they depart. Good hunting.
All right.
Welcome back.
Let's start the new patrol. I don't think there's any missions for me to select yet. It's still just December 7th and not the 12th when the mission starts. But hey, at least we're moving on to the next mission. So, a lot of people ask, in the comments, is this game fun? Is it worth it? All this other stuff. And, I mean, we're, 40 some odd, getting close to 50 episodes in. It is a very fun game. However, after playing it for this long, I've come up with my biggest complaint about the game. And it's not the bugs, it's not, some of the minor annoyances that are in here, although those are annoying. You can get around those, and every game has them. This is based around the actual structure of the game, and that's the way missions work. So I'm certainly no Silent Hunter 4 expert, but I've played around with that a little bit. And
returning to course. Stop. Half speed ahead. All stop. We're reaching
all right, guys.
Bearing 29.
I will continue my thoughts.
Minimum speed ahead.
December 21st. We're a bit late to the party. Sorry, guys.
Ship sighted. Bearing 34. Shut down diesel engines.
I'll read that in a bit. Certainly not while we're leaving Lorient. And I'll finish up my thought here. So yeah, it's the way the missions work in this game, and there's not really a way to mod around it, I don't think. I think there is a Silent Hunter 5 Lite campaign, and if I were to play this game again, I think that's the mod that I would use the most above anything else, mainly because with the way missions are structured in this game, you absolutely have to sink the amount of ships that the game tells you to sink. And, well, that's,
New waypoint.
I guess, alright by a gameplay decision. It's just, it's not
46. New waypoint.
It's not very realistic.
New waypoint. 60.
Especially when you look at the amount of ships that, for instance, the Defiance has sunk, which is, quite frankly, an insane amount. We're good, and then it's just going to be basically old world routes. Let's go. Head out to that section. It looks like we're off the coast of Virginia, maybe North Carolina. Let's see. Beaufort, Norfolk. That would be Virginia. I think Beaufort's North Carolina, and then Charleston, South Carolina? I don't know. It's tough to tell without all the little lines here signifying each state.
Slow speed
No doubt,
ahead.
my educators from kindergarten to grade 3 at Kamilowiki Elementary School in the wonderful state of Hawaii are a little upset that this Canadian doesn't remember where all 50
Half
states
speed
are.
ahead.
Many apologies. Anyway, so getting back to my little rant, we should be okay getting out of the port for now. Well, we'll see. We'll go here, and it's these bars, right? So this mission here, the Americans think they are safe on their continent, and this war takes place in distant Europe. We should open our operation with a devastating blow that diminishes their appeal for war.
Shallow waters, Captain.
How long have we got to do this? February 1st. Okay, so we'll probably get there with about a month left. Hopefully we'll be able to sink those ships quickly, which gets to the point, right? Like,
Ship sighted, bearing 25.
many times doing missions, you know, I've gone to mission operations and I've been sitting there for days and nothing comes along. And yet, if nothing comes along and I don't sink anything or I don't sink enough, the game's over. And I don't really think that models correctly what was going on during World War II with U-boat commanders. For instance, with the last mission we were on, we never got the last mission completed. And, you know, it would seem weird for the German High Command, all things considered, to pull an entire U-boat and her experienced crew out because they didn't sink enough freighters down off the coast of Africa. Recently we sunk a carrier and severely damaged, you know, the cruiser and battleship assigned to said carrier. And that doesn't really apply to anything other than renown, which, quite frankly, becomes fairly useless fairly quickly. We're at to the point now that any new system that comes out we'll be able to purchase right away because I think we've got something like 12,000 renown, which is insane. We've got 34 promotion points, and yet we've got no promotions left to give. So, I mean, you know, we're a fairly
We are in shallow waters, Captain.
advanced, well-oiled crew.
It's one of ours, bearing
So yeah, that's my biggest complaint about the game, is just, at a fundamental level, the mission structure is dumb. Everything else about this game is great. You know, the graphics, the feel, running around on a U-boat, and when you get a convoy, you know, I mean, I still think back to this day when I came across that most recent carrier convoy. That was the most fun I've had with this game in a very long time. It was a lot of fun, but, you know, when you're just going around trying to hunt down 20,000, not even more than that, like 100,000 tons of shipping, and if you only get 75,000 tons, I'm sorry, your career in the Kriegsmarine is over. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint about the game. So for all those wondering, there you have it. History Nerd's opinion.
We are in shallow waters,
Fun
Captain.
game, fundamentally flawed if you're going to play it for a long amount of time. Anyway, that's enough of this bitch session. So I know Operation Drumbeat started on the 12th of December. It is now the 21st, so we spent a bit of time in port getting our ship repaired and seaworthy and shipshape and ready to go. We're all loaded, we're fueled up, and our first area of operations is going to be off the east coast of America, which is pretty exciting. It's also going to give me a chance to try out and show you guys the resupply. I know that's been asked about a lot, and it's just something that I have not been able to do because the game doesn't allow me to. Now the game will allow me to. In fact, it's going to be critical to our survival. As you can see, well, as you can see, North America is a long way away from Lorient. So, that kind of sucks, but Hopefully these milk cows have an easy way to
We are in
resupply.
shallow waters, Captain.
I'm well aware. Let's go into travel mode so you do not have to tell me. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty excited. I'm kind of looking forward to sticking my periscope out and seeing what this game's representation of New York and other places. I don't know too many American ports, sadly, other than New York. I guess down in, well, anyone along the seaboard here, Norfolk might be interesting. I think they've got some pretty big shipyards there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Norfolk shipyards. I wonder if we can get in there. That might be something to give a try. See if we can't sink some ships on their way out. On the other hand, too, we could head down into Galveston and
Sighted. Bearing. 2,
I guess
1.
Pillow Town? Pilot Town? Pillow Town. There's no W there. Get ourselves some juicy fuel carriers. That's the word I'm looking for. But I guess in the meantime, we've got to get away from Europe, and doing this at speed 32, it's going to take a little while. So, as usual, I will be back when we've got something exciting. If we hit any Royal Navy... Wow, that is a lot of Royal Navy ships going around here. If we hit any Royal Navy ships on our way out, I'm just going to submerge and get away from them. I'm not interested in hunting destroyers or anything like that, trying to get out of here. We've got to get to North America sooner than later. So, because I think we've only got how many? Yeah, we've got not much time left. So, I will see you guys when we get there. See you in a bit. Alright, so we're off the coast of America. As you can see, we've got a Catalina coming up. And one of the most annoying things I've discovered about flying into North America, one, is the amount of air cover that comes up after you is... Are you getting suicidal? Yes, yes you are. Alright, well... One of the problems is the amount of aircraft that pester you on your way in. We took a little bit of damage, and as you can see, we've blown through about a half tank of fuel, and we are right here. So, it was a long voyage, let me tell you. But we've arrived, and it's time to start going after not just Catalina bombers, because that was insane, wouldn't you agree, Dieter? But I think it's time we start hitting some American ships. What's on your mind?
I've been hearing reports of sudden attacks by planes on other U-boats. Some commanders suspect the planes were equipped with some kind of radar, allowing them to spot us before we can see them.
Well, that's worrisome. I want to know all about it. Keep me updated.
Yes, Captain.
Whoa, calm down. Apparently you've got some special insight into Allies' radar. I'm not sure how you're doing that. Perhaps it's your French wife. I don't know. But whatever you hear, you let me know. Alright, so, we're here. We're here in America. That's pretty exciting. We can see here that this is going to be the main route of American shipping, just all along up the East Coast. I'm liking this situation right here, where we're still going to be nice and deep, but we'll be able to position ourselves pretty much along the route. Although I guess if they're going into New York, might be better to come down a bit further, maybe to about there. Yeah, let's do that. Get ourselves set up into position. Hopefully no more Catalinas try to kamikaze us. Must be where the Japanese got the idea. Another freaking boat. I don't want to deal. Get under. And let's kick up our engines into extreme speed. So we might actually... Why do we not have our coating on? Oh, that makes me so angry. Maybe it'll come back. It usually does come back. Come on, get under. Get under. We don't want to have to deal with another freaking bomber. And...
10 meters.
Come on, all the way under now.
engines.
We're probably still visible from the air. Yeah, we are. Okay, let's get a little bit further under. Although, really, we probably just have to go like 20 meters or so. Alright, let's hope we're clear from them. We should...
303.
I have a feeling this game is going to very quickly turn into Catalina Shooting Simulator and not Silent Hunter 5. Where is that annoying big boat plane? Way up there. Are you just going to drop bombs on us from altitude? Yep. So this is
Radio damage, sir!
something I had no idea, you know, quad-engine bombers were able to do effectively, and that's dive bomb. Things I had no idea. The unfortunate thing is, I do believe our batteries are pretty dead. At least our hull integrity is still kicking. Why does that keep disappearing? Makes things frustrating. Do we have any other anti-aircraft ammunition? We don't. Okay, well, we can probably tone this down. We're burning through far too much fuel.
Yes, sir.
Dieter, man the flak guns. Coming back around, are ya? Where are ya? There we go. Let's see if we can't actually target you. One of these days, we'll be able to target this plane. There we go. Open fire, guys. Why did we stop firing, guys? Well, at least he's taking some damage. Okay, seriously, you can micromanage the crap out of my crew. That guy's gonna be coming back around. Do we not have a target on him anymore? Probably not. Which means we've got to lead the target and just hammer down spacebar until we see a green triangle show up on him. Come on. You Americans don't understand how many British planes I've shot down. There we go. Light him up, guys. Aim for him, please. Please, God, aim for him. Up, up. Okay. Oh, we're all out of
Slow speed ahead.
anti-aircraft
Slow speed
weapon.
ahead.
Or
Half
anti-aircraft
speed ahead.
ammunition. Wonderful. Okay. Well, it looks like this guy is still going. Are you? Yeah, you are. Alright, come on. Come at me. All I want to do is sink ships. I don't necessarily want to have to deal with sinking dive bombing bombers, but hey. I guess you don't always get to pick what you do in war. Sometimes war picks what you do. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. How can we not be hitting this guy? I think we might have two engines down now, but only 80 rounds to go. Far less now. Son of a bitch. You got nothing to do. We can't take these guys. Okay, let's just go deep. We'll wait it out. And I'll see you guys, hopefully, when we've got some ships to shoot. Alright, no ships to sink, but one of these days, Emil, you're going to have something to say to me. I just feel it. We have taken a position. We're 40 meters under. We're just going to be searching for some enemy ships.
The Americans have been attacking us for months. It is only fair we get to fight back now.
Right. Well, at least you're excited. I'm nervous as hell. Joseph? How was this new marvel of technology?
Isn't always better. We could have easily made our old lady travel 7,000 nautical miles. Kinda miss her already. But that's how it goes in war.
Well, you know, it's basically the Defiance. Any news from other boats?
Yes, sir. U-331 has reported airplanes attacking at night with perfect precision. I have informed the watch officer about possible use of radar.
Good work. Keep on the lookout. I want to know all about these radars.
Close watch on all incoming reports, Captain.
Jawohl, Herr Kalon.
Thank you. Benno, how's it going? Nothing to say? Alright. We've already talked to you, because we know you're worried. Yeah, you got nothing to say. You don't ever have anything to say. It makes me kind of nervous. Emil and our torpedo guy here, not very talkative. Baldy, ready for Uncle Sam?
It's about time we strike back at the Americans, even though this could mean we're waking a sleeping lion. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
You bet.
You want to try some of this stew, Captain?
How are things with Wolfie?
The kid is still shaken up about his brother. I try to slip him treats. At least that puts a smile on his face for a little while.
I'm very grateful for what you're doing for the crew, and they are too.
It's nothing, Captain. It's what I do. You see, I keep the crew happy, the crew keeps you happy, you keep us alive. So I'm being selfish, so to speak.
Well, keep up the selfishness then, Hackle. Seems to be the only thing keeping us alive down here.
Some of this stew, Captain?
I'm good, thank you. Nothing from you, and I bet Max is being his quiet self as well. Alfie's saying, whoa, that is a nice floor. Alright guys, well we got the crew taken care of, which is good days. And now we're just going to be waiting for some ships to come by, so let's head up the hydrophone and see if there's anything out there. Doesn't sound like it, but I'm sure there'll be something coming along our way sooner than later. Wouldn't you agree, Dieter? Yeah, probably you do. Alright guys, well I'm going to be back when we've got a convoy coming, or at least a freighter, or at least something to shoot at, other than an airplane, because I'm sick of shooting at those. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so I've repositioned myself much closer to the harbor of New York, and I found myself a nice little trench that's going to run nice and deep, and it looks like we can even potentially get to about here, hitting anything that comes out. The only concern, of course, is, well, there's two concerns. One, we're sitting just under half a tank of fuel, which isn't that bad, depending on how far out the milk cow rendezvous locations are. And two, aircraft are a royal pain. We're on the surface right now, which is a unique little time. We're on surface in the daylight, which is even more unique. But every time I hit the surface, except for this last time, yeah, we would be just swarmed with anti-submarine aircraft. So that's going to be a thing that's going to get annoying as all get out. Anyway, we're going to set up our little blockade of New York here. We might go in a bit closer. For now, I'm just going to spend about a day in-game seeing what comes out, if anything, and hopefully I'll have something to show you guys in a bit. See you guys then. And just like clockwork, here come a couple of freighters, or at least a couple of unidentified ships. We can hear them. If we check the map, they're going to be about 20 kilometers out, or something around there. 18, 20. Nowhere near close enough to get any sort of visual or target on them, but they are leaving harbor. So let's just pop up our good old-fashioned periscope and take a look around, see how the seas are. A little bit choppy, but nothing we can't handle. And it's still dark, which is good. And critically, I don't think there are any airplanes around. None that I can see. And I would imagine the game would pick up on them sooner than later, or quick enough anyway. Let's leave that back at 0. Hit the map and just speed up time. That is not the route I wanted them to take, that's for sure. Crap, okay, well we're gonna need to turn around then.
New waypoint. Course 182.
Okay.
Course end.
They should be close enough to see. And they are, look at that. So we've got just a normal nondescript freighter and another normal nondescript freighter. I can't clearly make it out, but they certainly look like they're flying the Stars and Stripes. Let's kick up our speed and see if we can't intercept these guys. Maybe not the front guy. But we should be able to get a shot on the back guy here. Maybe? Kick it up to 4? Oh, don't do this to me. Thank you. Yeah, we might be able to get a good shot on 3 here. As the first ship passes through our visual range. Make sure to warm up that torpedo warhead. And getting closer every second. 3, 2, 1. Los! Alright, let's acquire the first target and see what we're going to have to do to catch up to him. How fast is he going? 14 knots, so they are picking up speed. I don't think that guy's armed. I'm going to risk surfacing and going for a deck gun kill here. Torpedo is still in the water, so we're going to ignore that ship that is quote-unquote closer to us. These seas are much rougher than I had thought. Let's load up some high explosives. We do not need it that far out. This guy is very close. Come on, get us in, like, super close. Maybe a bit lower? Let's see, how's that doing? That was definitely a hit. We probably don't need to be going this quickly. Yeah, that's one down. And that's one down. This guy's just shot. And I would imagine sooner than later we're going to be getting some aircraft on us. Let's try and get as many high explosives rounds into this freighter as we can. Well, we can. Come on. Come on, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful explosion. Perfect. Cut our engines.
All stop.
This was not a bad location, if I do say so myself. So we've stopped our engines. Let's go ahead and get the submarine under. Check the old mission board. And that was about, you know, a quarter of the mission, so we're going to need 8 ships? 6 more ships? That shouldn't be too difficult. Well, the Defiance slips under. Let's go inspect what we just sank. No hole that we can see, but this guy did wind up dying instantly, so, you know, it was a good hit. And then we'll check the ship that we shelled the crap out of and then finally caused to explode. Don't tell me deck guns aren't strong when it can
Engage
split a
electric motors.
ship
Turn
in
depth
twain.
10 meters.
You know you're firing some serious ordnance. Alright. Well, this guy's gonna probably go under relatively quickly. That is really, really nice. Can we... No. Not quite far enough to record in between. That's too bad. Let's check on this guy. Going under quickly. And like I said, I don't think any of these American ships are rolling around with armaments. So, deck gun kills, absolutely 100% totally viable. At least for now. Supposedly, they're not even running in convoys, so... That sound. It's a bit like a Michael Bay film. Go under.
2, 1, ready.
Oh yeah, that guy's definitely sinking. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first legitimate kills of American shipping. I'm sure I've sunk another American ship before. Where'd the other one go? It's already under? That did not take long. Unless I'm blind. Certainly not. Nope, there it is. Haha, I knew you were still kicking around somewhere. Just the flag. And soon the ground will eat it. That's a pretty cool shot right there. Well, let's get just a little bit of her. You know, just the flag. Just above the water. Other ship burning in the background. Huge plumes of black smoke. It's a good day for the Defiance. It's a very good day for the Defiance. I mean, it would have been nice if these ships were bigger, but you can't always win. And we'll be getting these guys slowly but surely. Showing them the might of Germany. Alright, well, I think I'm just going to hang here, if I'm honest. There should be more ships coming out of New York as the day goes on, so hopefully I'll get another little convoy to sink for you guys in a few bits. In a few bits, not 1 bit or 2, but a few. See you guys in a little bit. And a little bit later in the day, we get another target. Let's go inspect it, shall we? Do a little bit of a cheat here. It's a single ship. Slightly bigger freighter. Again, no armament. Nothing on deck either. Could be empty, could be going in to pick up supplies for Europe. Who knows? What I know is that this guy is going to need to get shot. So, we've got a very nice lineup on 3. We've got our T3s. So, really, these guys shouldn't be taking evasive maneuvers if they see our torpedo. And this should just be a fairly simple snipe shot from far out. Los. Alright, well, we can drop that down so they don't take any sort of notice, or at least not as much notice as they're going to. And
Torpedo impact.
That is a good hit. Right in the front of the ship. Big hole. I likes it. Alright, well. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be a kill shot. That's the only unfortunate thing. So what we might need to do is get to the surface and just finish it off with a gun. Oh, come on. The seas aren't that bad. Gentlemen, I don't know how you all got up here before I did. Climbing up around me. Pretty impolite of you. Okay, where are you? There you are. We'll just zoom it out a little bit. Boom. And actually, if we concentrate fire... Well, I guess it was right in the front. I was going to say, if we concentrate fire on where the torpedo hit, we might be able to cut this ship in twain, too. But I'm not going to be too hopeful on that. All I care about at this moment in time is putting holes in this guy so we send him to the bottom. Get some good fire going all across the ship. Yeah, that could use some fire. And you see, that is exactly what I was getting worried about. Aircraft. Well, we got that freighter going under. Let's all get back in our shiny metal tube instead of our black metal tube, which is unfortunate. And drop our butts down. That is a third ship added to the kill list, and we're making some very good progress here. Come on, get under, get under, get under, get under, get under, get under. Now again, I don't know if periscope depth is really deep enough to hide from aircraft. It looks like it might be. Well, no, maybe not, because you can just make out the Defiance there. There she be. So I would imagine aircraft can see us. Are they going to do anything to us? That I don't know. It doesn't look like any aircraft decided to hang around there, which makes me happy. Let's go inspect the damage on this guy. So along with the big old torpedo hole in the front, it looks like we got at least one hole in the side of the ship, which is good. But of course, what's really good is the amount of fire on the ship. That is what's a good thing. So as this guy slowly slips under, well, maybe not slowly. Oh, there we go. Now you're sinking. And again, it's going to be a quick trip to the bottom because there is not much in the way of depth out here. I think we've got about 60 meters underneath us.
Depth under keel is 42 meters. Captain.
Not even. So we could, you know, maybe go 20, 30 meters under, but I like to leave some space between me and the seabed because it just seems like that is a safe and smart thing to do. Anyway, as this guy slips under, going down, see you later. We will do a quick check on our ship's systems. We're still sitting there with fairly decent battery power, fairly decent fuel, and we shouldn't be too low on torpedoes either. We've only shot 2 of them. Apparently, yeah, we did only shoot 2 of them. 2 torpedoes, 3 ships. That's not bad. I'm going to see if I can snag myself another one. We'll see you guys in a bit. And just like that, 2 more have popped up. These guys are a little bit further out. I'm not sure if they're going to be coming down my direction proper. Doesn't look like it. We might have to pick up our speed to catch these guys. And again, probably not on the lead ship, who should definitely be able to see us. Not exactly being the most stealthy submarine captain right now. Cruising around with my periscope out. But I don't honestly think it really matters. These American ship captains let's give them the benefit of the doubt and suggest that perhaps they're just not used to having to deal with submarines in their home waters. Where's the other guy? There you are. You are a juicy looking ship. I want to torpedo you. No question. I'm gonna try that. In my head, that's gonna work. And, oh, that is a British ship. Look at that. So these guys, they should be quite used to having to deal with the likes of Guntram von Babenberg. But apparently not. So, yeah, I can't wait to split this thing open. That is a big ship. And then this little dinky guy over here, yeah, pretty usual normal little freighter. This is the crown jewel. Look at the size of that thing.
Torpedo impact.
Good. We'll check out the damage in a bit, but I definitely want to see this thing get hit. And let me just see. It doesn't look like that's going to be a hit at all. If I can read my torpedo location correctly. Yeah, it certainly isn't. That's fine, because this should be... Alright, let's drop that down. I don't like wasting a torpedo in a situation where I'm going to need to be resupplying from other U-boats. Hit that guy right in the front again. Might not be a kill shot. But, I mean, considering these guys are headed at least to Nova Scotia, if not England, that guy's going to have a rough time getting there, especially dealing with all that fire on him. Oh, I guess without the periscope up, I can't technically see where the ships are on the map view. That makes sense. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Fine. You know what? Be jerks all you want. I know how to end you. Think you're being smart? Think you're being lucky? Think you're being tricky? Not for Guntram von Babenberg, sir. I think I've used the deck gun more effectively this mission than I have in quite a few missions. Are we even hitting that guy? It's too tough to tell with the waves. Yeah, we're definitely hitting him. Good. I wanted to get you with a torpedo, but no. You had to be all tricky-dicky smart captain. Well, smart captain, what are you doing now? Trying to get away? Didn't think so. Well, I mean, I guess he's still technically making progress on his advance, getting away from the Defiance, but... Oh, that was a good shot. That ship's not going to be able to survive too many more of those. Let's try and get the front. I imagine we're going to have to put quite a few rounds into this thing to sink it. But I'm not wasting another torpedo. And as I'm thinking about that, actually, well, we've got a chance without any aircraft. I'm aware. We'll probably get that a bit lower. Just try and get her closer to the waterline. Pull up that. Did that other ship sink? I wonder. It would be nice if all it took was one torpedo in the front to sink that freighter. I'd be a-okay with that. Come on. More explosions. Lots of smoke. It feels like this guy is slowing down. 4 knots. Only active ship out there, so I'm guessing the other one did indeed sink. Which is good. Nope. Oh, definitely not. We'll do 3 more high explosive rounds. Yeah! Feeling good about that. And then we can just start doing some armor piercing.
Tube 1, ready.
If we need to. We might actually need to here, so let's load up the armor piercing. That guy is still moving.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Yeah, no. We got a lot of missed torpedoes, and it makes me sad. I have no idea what's going on with the range thing on this thing every time I switch to the map view. Should probably get that lower. Because these are just going to punch a hole through the ship. So it would be best to punch a hole through the ship closer to the water line. Now come on. This thing has to be close to dying. Have I not even been... Who knows how long I've been shelling this thing, thinking that it's gonna not sink? Sometimes I just don't know about myself. Alright, well, anyway, we can go ahead and... I think that guy's sinking too. Let's just make sure. Put a couple of armor-piercing rounds through his hull. Oh. Cut through him like butter. Yeah. Put a couple up front, because I know that's where the torpedo hit. We'll put 2 more up front. Leave us 110 rounds for other things. And then 1 more, just a little bit higher. There we go. That should take care. Well, it's still showing one of those ships is alive and well. We're over halfway done the mission. It's just been the first day. So maybe this guy is still kicking? I don't know. He might be. Let's get this back ranged in. Yeah, it looks like he's still kicking. Not for long. And thankfully, no aircraft have come by. Let's get that lower. Oh yeah, hitting underneath the ship. That's how you do it. You time it right. Let's go take a look. This guy's got to be close to death. The engines are still spinning. Very front heavy. And this guy's definitely not going to make it to England. This guy's not going to make it to Nova Scotia. And this guy, ho ho ho. He's just going to be going down. Many little holes. Which is, you know, it's a good way to sink a ship. Many little holes, one big hole. It all achieves the same purpose. Alright, let's get you... Yeah, you're officially sunk too. So let's see what that added to the old tally. We got a third left. That is not bad. I'm liking that. Alright, well let's hit the time acceleration. And watch as these guys take forever to go under. They are dead though, and that's all that matters. Oh, we got it! We got it! Boom! A biggin. The biggin goes under. See you later. Big old boat. And little freighter, you're going under too, I hope.
Tube 3, ready.
The little freighter is under as well with a final explosion, just to remind us that once it lived, and now it's dead. And getting some deep war poetry from the old history nerd today. All right, well, we're going to stay on the surface, because if we save the game underwater, it tends to do bad things to the game. But airplane issues aside, what do you think, Dieter?
Sir?
Don't look so worried, man. We're rolling. We're doing great. Couple more ships. And then once we get this done, we can head on out to wherever the resupply location is, get some more torpedoes, get some more fuel, get some more anti-aircraft rounds, and start taking a look, seeing other things that are going on. America. Save. So, thumbs up if you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Looks like we finally hit over 1 million tonnage sunk. And you see, this is what I'm saying about the missions. Here's a crew that sunk 1 million tons of shipping. And yet, you know, if we hadn't used the time machine cheat, we wouldn't have left the coasts of Africa. So, you know, mission design in this game, a little weak. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.